features Ernest Jones, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Rams and the 49ers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So the Niners set to take over for the first time, and it is the 23-year-old Trey Lance who has the keys to the offense in his 3rd season now out of North Dakota State.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. Now Lance. And his throw here is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. You talk about this Rams defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team. Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So here the Rams set to go to work on offense. And they're led by a man who topped the 50,000-yard mark in passing for his career a season ago. In year 15 now, here's Matthew Stafford.
Stafford, the Rams won it all in Super Bowl 56, but last season was a stark contrast to that. The Rams need their quarterback to recapture his form from 2 seasons ago to expect another postseason run.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. In trouble, and he's taken down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Oh, another big wrap up there by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year who led the league with 18.5 sacks in 2022. Became the 2nd 49er and 10th player ever to win both that and Defensive Rookie of the Year awards during their career.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 33. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Lance looking to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the 46, here's a 2nd and 4. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On first down, Lance. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. To throw, it's Lance. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. Lance now on first down. And this is caught. Jennings. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Throwing now is Lance. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up second and goal. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's Lance. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. So on is the rookie Jake Moody for the Niners field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second and 8. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. Now it's Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Ethan Evans on now to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 114 yards, and a score.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That 2nd down play nets a -4. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. (3-0) after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Now Stafford. A quick throw, but incomplete. Well, the Rams at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A nice carry by Akers, and what a journey it was for him last season. Coming off of injury, away from the team for a while, he did come back later in the season and led them with almost 800 yards. Still scratching the surface of what he can do. He can be a dynamic presence on the field.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw, Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the gun, here's Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
And Lance going to throw.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Give them 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
And Lance now to throw.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side, complete to Cup. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Ethan Evans now.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At their own 18.
He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Shotgun now for Lance. Got a man. That's Ayuk. He's across midfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lance. And this is going to be incomplete.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And he's going to miss this one wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And this one's incomplete.
Well, the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now Stafford.
And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And you wonder if they'll just take this 3-0 lead to the locker room. Lance now on 1st down. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down.
As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Lance looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
First down from one of the most fun guys to watch in the league, George Kittle. He was plenty of fun for the 49ers last season. He caught 11 touchdown passes and was among the top 5 in tight ends in yards.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On first down, it's Stafford. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. And they're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Sean McVay unhappy on the sidelines visibly. He's made the decision to reach for the red flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So that a good outcome for Sean McVay as the challenge is successful. Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Now Lance. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken at the 37.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Rams to take over. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Stafford. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At the 20. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Nice little juke.
41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Samuel going to go in motion right. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To throw, it's Lance.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins.
First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd and 2, Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, we lasted all the way to the 4th quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners 1st down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Completes it to Jennings. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
From midfield, here's Lance. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Lance looking to throw it. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll run here with Mason. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Lance to throw it. And he'll be a little
shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Gets this one to use check. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Lance.
Take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the 49ers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Lance going to try to throw for this.
And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
Van Jefferson was the intended receiver.
That'll bring up second down.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on third down, Stafford.
Oh, he's going to go for it all.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So Lance and the Niners
Down by 2. 2:08 on the clock. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. Eluding the pressure right.
And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
McCaffrey following the penalty. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And another fine run there. this one good for 15. He's come out on a mission here to start this drive. Another first down. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. McCaffrey on the counter. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That's Samuel caught left side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. And this one is right through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
So now it's the Rams' turn, trailing by a point after the made field goal. 1:13 to play. Now their lead is evaporated, but they still have a shot on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Stafford. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he pick?
Ready.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They play turnover free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you play